Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rasan427. Next, today, what we're going to be doing is my Money in the Bank 2024 actually predictions video. And Money in the Bank actually takes place, what is it, July 6th, Saturday, 2024. I'm super excited about this actually pay-per-view. I think it's a lot of things they actually do with this. They're still going with the 5 pay-per-view format. It appears that way. That they're still going with the 5 pay-per-view format, 5-match pay-per-view format. I don't think they'll do that for SummerSlam. I actually will be at SummerSlam. I'm not going to actually be at Money in the Bank. I never said it would be at Money in the Bank, but I'll be at SummerSlam in Cleveland. I'll go to the Friday, and I got my SmackDown tickets and my SummerSlam tickets already, so definitely look forward to content on that. But this actually leads right into that, and let's actually jump right into the match. And first thing I want to talk about is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and you actually have Io Sky, Naomi. I pulled it all up on the screen. Tiffany Stratton. You got Lyra Valkyria. You got a few people in the side of this match. I'm probably missing somebody, but it's all up on the screen and stuff. But those are like the main ones. I'm actually going to go with Tiffany Stratton. I think that she's over enough. I could definitely see Naomi too. I don't see Io going back to back. Don't see that at all. But there's a few different people. I'm gonna go with Tiffany Stratton. I'm not the biggest Tiffany Stratton fan. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I'm not a fan of her at all, to be completely honest. But I do think that she's a great talent, and I think the fans seem like her very much, and I think that she definitely has a future. I definitely can see her winning Money Back. It kind of is a little bit early because I believe she because when she was doing the Limited Chamber stuff, she had just came up and stuff, but I definitely can see her putting it on her, but that's what I'm going. I'm going with Tiffany Stratton actually winning the Money in the Bank, because they can wait it out all the way up until next year to see if she actually should be the one winning it and stuff like that. But I definitely think that Tiffany Stratton is ready for a Money in the Bank contract, and it works better for a heel. It just does. The Money in the Bank contract works better for a heel. It's just my personal opinion, what I actually think about it, and I think this would be perfect for somebody like Tiffany Stratton. I see Chelsea. She's too much of a joke. They really haven't built her up, to be completely honest. I just don't see them doing that with her. So I'm going with Tiffany Stratton. I feel like they built her up enough, and I feel like she's the one who should be winning the Money. The next matchup I want to talk about is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins. Now, with this match, Damian Priest just got the main event for sure. I mean, he only main evented because of Drew McIntyre, but it just is what it is. But with this match, if Seth Rollins loses, he'll never get a shot at Damian Priest's championship, which doesn't matter because Damian Priest is not holding it past SummerSlam. But if Damian Priest wins, if Seth Rollins wins, he goes on to do the Gunther match. Now, for me personally, I believe that Seth Rollins should win this match. Now, some of you may say Gunther is his time. He's going to get it at SummerSlam. He's going to be crowned at SummerSlam. I just don't see how Damian Priest and Gunther is a SummerSlam match. Second biggest pay-per-view, WrestleMania of the summer. How can this be considered a big-time match? I mean, it's just not. And it's heel versus heel. That's another problem. They still haven't turned Damian Priest, so it's like, I know they've been teasing it, but it's like, I just don't see that being a big enough match. Damian Priest can face Finn Balor, to be completely honest, or do whatever. But I just feel like Seth Rollins and Gunther, we haven't got that on a big stage. That was the original plan for WrestleMania, to be completely honest, until Punk got in it. Then Punk was supposed to be the plan. Then they mixed Drew into it because he got so hot and he started to do great work. But I don't believe Drew was ever supposed to be inside that match, or he was the backup. I believe Gunther. Well, some people believe it was supposed to be Gunther and Brock. But then what the heck would Seth would have done? Or maybe the plan was always Drew and Seth. I don't really know. That was all convoluted for WrestleMania. But this is a big time match. I feel like Seth Rollins and Gunther, I feel like that's the way they should go. I know Seth Rollins should be winning and dropping it, but come on, we've seen this plenty of times. There's people who have won it and then dropped it the next night. I know with Triple H era, it's been longer title reigns and stuff like that. And that's just the way that I personally feel about it, and what I think that should happen. I think Seth Rollins should win and just drop the title at SummerSlam. I know some people wouldn't like that, but yeah, that's just what I think. I think Seth Rollins should definitely win this match and go on to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Next match I want to discuss is Sami Zayn versus Bron Breer. Now, this is going to be very interesting match. I'm still going to go with Sami Zayn winning it, and I definitely think that he'll win by a roll-up or something like that. But I think this is huge for Bron Breer. He's getting a shot like this. Just came up to the main roster. I mean, they've been booking him perfectly, booking so well. He's getting over it. Bron Breer, I knew was just going to be an absolute star. I don't watch NXT, and even when he was there, I didn't watch it. But you could definitely see all the star qualities that he actually had, and how big he could be. And I think definitely booked right, he's definitely going to be huge in WWE. Multi-time main event wrestler. I think he, out of that whole class of Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, I like those guys, but I think he is probably the one with the most potential. But I got Sami Zayn picking up the victory inside this match. I definitely think Sami Zayn is winning. I don't see any other outcome with that. I did think that they were leading up to another Chad Gable match at SummerSlam. What does Sami do? He's definitely defended at SummerSlam. I definitely could see them doing a multi-man match maybe at SummerSlam with Bron Breakker being involved as well. But I definitely don't see Bron Breakker picking up the victory. Would I be shocked if he picked up the victory? No, but I definitely think the underdog of the Sami Zayn, especially Sami Zayn beating Gunther with how unstoppable he was. So some people thought that he shouldn't have even lost, that he should have just vacated the Intercontinental Championship and went on to the World Heavyweight Championship. But it's just my personal opinion. But moving on. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match, you got Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, LA Knight, Chad Gable, and I believe there's going to be another person added to this match. Now, for me personally, I just see LA Knight winning. Now, what's probably going to happen, Logan Paul's probably going to cost him the match, and then he's probably actually going to lose, and then that's going to set up their match at SummerSlam because Logan Paul's from Cleveland. Now, you throw LA Knight out, which I do think LA Knight can still win and still face Logan Paul at SummerSlam. It's not like guys haven't held titles and Money in the Bank at the same time, or wrestled for titles and held Money in the Bank. Jey Uso is one, Chad Gable, Carmelo, and Andrade, just throw them out. They're just there for placeholder. They're not winning. I can see, is Chad Gable in the main event, though? I would say no. Jey Uso, because especially after what happened, they're definitely setting up Logan. The only reason I say LA Knight is not winning because they're setting up Logan Paul and LA Knight at SummerSlam. They're definitely setting that up. It's undisputed at this point. And Logan Paul needs a big time match. LA Knight's a big time match, and Logan Paul's probably going to drop the title. I assume he's going to drop the title. I mean, they're booking of LA Knight. I mean, he's definitely cooled off, but their booking of LA Knight has been very weird. But you know what? I'm just going to throw it out there. And I know it's weird because he's on a poster and he's holding Money in the Bank. So it's kind of a spoiler. So that's kind of weird. But I'm going to go with Jey Uso. I might be wrong about this, but I see LA Knight being cost the match. Especially since Logan Paul is not in the match. It's easy just for him to cost him the match. And he's usually at Money in the Banks. From people, I don't know if people remember in the past, he's usually at Money in the Bank, which is not a big pay-per-view. He only does big pay-per-views, but he's done, I believe, because last year he definitely did it. He was inside the match. So if he usually does Money in the Bank, so I can see that. But I'm going to go Jey Uso winner. I might be wrong about this. Just me predicting it, throwing it out there. I mean, it could go to pretty much out of those two. Everybody else, I just don't see happening. And there's one more person who they can add. Maybe, I mean, I got to look it up who the qualifying is, but I don't see that person being a winner. But I'm going with Jey Uso picking up the victory. Inside the match. I mean, well, probably the main event. 6-man tag. You got the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa versus Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes. See, it's tough because you think Bloodline's winning, but then it's like they won the tag team match against Sami Zayn and Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. So it's kind of like, are they going to win every match? What does Cody Rhodes do? Now, there's some people who are saying Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes, which I'm not a fan of Solo Sikoa. I feel like some people feel he's just not up there. Like, there's so many people. I think all of these people who they have booked are better than him. And that's something I just realized. I don't even know who's in it. Let me look up who's in the 6. Right now, Omari going to say so we don't really know who's in the 6-man tag, but that's not really going to defer anything. I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes' team's winning. I'm going to go with them winning. It could be something completely different that I don't even know. I could definitely see a Bloodline member returning. I could definitely see Roman returning. And what I was thinking is that somebody returns and costs the Bloodline the match, and then that sets up Roman versus Solo at SummerSlam. But then if you don't do that, you could do Cody versus Solo and then have Roman cost them. But are you not going to have Roman wrestle at SummerSlam? I don't believe that. That's something. Nah, that's way too far-fetched just for me personally and what they do at SummerSlam. Especially since they're doing 2 nights in a couple years. They're building up SummerSlam. Roman is definitely wrestling there. Rock is definitely not wrestling there. He makes sure, I don't think he's showing up until probably not until next year, to be completely honest. I think Roman's definitely going to be there, and I think the Roman is definitely showing up for SummerSlam. I'll be surprised if he actually doesn't. But what do they do after this? It'd be a lot of interest. I can see Roman showing up on their Money in the Bank, costing them the match, and then Cody team's actually winning. Then what does Cody do at SummerSlam? Do they actually do the Randy Orton match here at SummerSlam? Especially just because next year, are we getting Roman and Rock? Are we getting Rock and Cody? Like, that's up in the air. I think that tells you what we're getting next year, because if Cody's not facing Rock at next year's WrestleMania, you would kind of have to save this Randy Orton match, because I don't see another match big enough for WrestleMania for Cody. Let's see, for Punk or something like that. But I don't see another match big enough for Cody. But then you got to do something big here, because a lot. I mean, his matches have all been great, but a lot of people have thought, well, he's only had 2 opponents, to be completely honest. But lackluster. I don't really feel they was lackluster opponents. I feel like it will get to that point, because he's already done Logan Paul. He's ran through AJ Styles. Nothing more of AJ Styles. Who else after that? Do this Randy feud now. But we'll just have to see about that. But I'm going Cody team's actually winning this match and actually picking up the victory. I can see the Bloodline winning, because they win pretty much every single match, and I'm always going against them, and they seem to win. But I think at the Backlash one, for my predictions, I'm pretty sure I picked the Bloodline to actually win. But in the other matches, I usually pick against them. But tell me your thoughts in the comments below. What are your predictions for Money in the Bank 2023? Who you have winning the men's and the women's? I got Jey Uso and Tiffany Stratton actually winning. Then I got, so those are the big matches for Money in the Bank. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.